If you want to talk empties for the month of May, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and yes, I cannot believe it's time for another empties video. And I have a lot of products here. Let me count for a second. 15 products total. I have some that are sample size, deluxe sample size, and then I have full size products. And I thought I would do the small stuff first and then move on to the bigger stuff, regardless of category of product. It just seems to make sense to do that this month. And so let's start with the small stuff. I have one product from Origins, which is called the Clear Improvements. And it is a mask, and I am so proud of this because I have completely finished it. I cut it open, got everything out, and I'm not a mask person. So this is to clear pores, and I'm not huge on masks in general, and I don't tend to be a person that has issues with my pores as far as I know. I think I would know if I did. And what it does is you put it on and you let it dry. And once it's dry, you use a wet cloth to wipe it off. And when it dries, it really makes your skin feel tight. You definitely know when this is dry. It takes about 10 minutes or less. And I would say I'm sure it does something, but I just wanted to use it and see if I had any kind of skin reaction or if I noticed anything, and I really didn't, other than it's black and goopy. It really feels like mud on your face, including when it dries. So I don't really have anything to say about it, good or bad. I definitely would not purchase because I don't really see a point for myself, but yeah, I just thought I would let you know how it feels, and that's about all that I can offer. I can't offer any thoughts on good or bad on the product other than I'm not a mask person, and I won't do this again. So it came as a part of a set, used it, done, moving on. The next three products I'm going to talk about are from Clinique, and I've been doing a focus on Clinique, and so I'm going to put that video right here for you, the intro anyway. It's a mini brand new focus, and I will just talk about three products, but I'll talk about these products more when I do my wrap up of this mini brand new focus. The first one is the Moisture Surge. This is the concentrate, hydrating supercharged concentrate, and it lasted a fair amount of time. You would not believe that it lasted so long, but gosh, for well over a week, I would say 10 days that I was able to use this product. And I have skin that does not tend to have any issues. This broke me out. It is the only new thing that I had added to my regimen over the whole period that I used it. And it gave me almost one blemish, aka zit, per day, and very tiny ones. Like I know I have one up here, I have one here, I have one somewhere over here, and I had one on my chin as well, and I think one right here. Anyway, at least 4, if not 5 blemishes, and it was funny because it was like adding one per day. And then the last day or two, I haven't noticed any new ones, but for the 4 days, it was one additional blemish per day. And they're not really topical, they're deeper. And so they're really tough they last a long time, right? The deeper your blemish is, the longer it will stay on your face, as far as that's been my experience. So I would definitely not, for my skin, use this product again. I finished it because I wanted to just kind of confirm, reinforce that was what was happening, but it really was the only new thing. And so, yeah, I'm done with it. Conversely, this next one, which is the Clinique Moisture Surge, and this is the gel cream, which I was using for many days before this guy, I thought was fine. I thought it did a good job, and it was just a perfectly fine moisturizer, and I think that you will see that I used it completely up. And this was, does it even say how many? It's 7 ml, and it lasted me over a week. It does not take very much, and I do use it my whole face and neck and décolleté, or décolletage, whichever way you want to say it. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. It's just the concentrate that I had a problem with. And then another cream that I used is this Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. And I really quite liked it. I didn't even know they called it a gel, because it looks more like just a cream. But anyway, it's that typical yellow moisturizing cream by Clinique. And I think it's really neat that they do kind of an ombre effect from the top to about this part of the tube for a sample, because there's never cream all the way to the top, and this fools you into seeing that it's just the same color container the whole way through. And I thought that was kind of a nice design touch for this little sample container. And there was quite a bit in here. I think it was 15 ml. It was a lot of product. Let's see if that makes sense. At least 15 ml, if not 20. It was a fair size, and pretty happy to have had a chance to use it. And I've used it quite a bit because I actually had 2 of these. So yeah, pretty happy. Continuing on with the sample theme, this one's kind of a gimme because it is an Estee Lauder sample, and it is the Advanced Night Repair. I like this one. I like this one and the Lancome Génifique, which is kind of the same product from 2 different brands. In my opinion, I feel like they're pretty much, I could switch them out and I would have 0 issue. And I enjoy using it and will continue to do so. And that's about all I need to say. I actually think I have another one of these that I'm almost done with. I just didn't finish it in May. Next up, we have another deluxe sample, and this one is from my Advent Calendar, 2020 Advent Calendar project. It's 24 lipsticks that I am trying to use up this year, all deluxe samples, and this is my latest achievement. And as you can tell, I have completely finished up to the plastic this mini deluxe sample of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, again, Marc Jacobs, and really enjoyed it. I had no trouble finishing it and will continue to enjoy the next grouping of deluxe lipsticks. I highly recommend a panning project for deluxe lipsticks because once you start focusing on them, it's amazing how quickly they can go down. And I am shocked. I finished 4 so far this year. I'll put the latest video here. And yeah, it's been a really good experience, and I would never, ever, ever have called myself a lipstick panner. So who knew? Speaking of, let's talk about the first full-size product as another lip product. And this is the Pure Color Envy 210 Shameless Glow. This was in the Holiday 2019 set from Estee Lauder, and I have completely finished this guy. I am super, super happy that it is done, and it, again, was pretty easy to use up. And this is the reason for sure that I didn't get very far into my Becca lip gloss that is in my rolling project pan, because 2 competing glosses, this one I was further along, so it won. I focused on this one as opposed to the Becca. Since we're talking about the rolling project pan, let me talk about a couple of other containers that are exiting based on my focus on that project. And this is the Perfect Gleam Aurora Drops from Annabelle. And I completely scraped this container. You can see through the bottom. And I am very, very happy to have finished this highlighting drops container because it was getting old. And I wanted to make sure that this is what I focused on in my collection before focusing on any other liquid highlighters. And the way I use this is not on its own. I use this as I mix it in with any liquid foundation I'm using, if I'm using a liquid foundation. If not, then I don't use it. But so far, the whole spring, I have really focused on liquid foundations, and so I was able to use quite a bit of this, and it's one tiny drop or two per foundation application. So it takes a very, very long time to finish a container this size. And the number of months it was in my rolling project pan shows me just how long these guys last. And I think that's probably the biggest benefit of a rolling project pan, is realizing just how long things take to use up. And here's the other product that I finished in my rolling project pan, and it is the Rita Hazen dark brown / black root concealer stick. And that's not the official name of it, but there's no official name on here. But it is the Rita Hazen product. There are not that many. They're sold at Sephora. There are not that many in the Rita Hazen line, so it's pretty easy to figure out which one this one is. And I'm happy to have finished it because I am moving progressively, more blonde, and so a dark brown / black does not make a whole lot of sense for me going forward. And I have a lighter color than this, so it was nice to get this done before I got into the far into summer, and to move it out as a completed product before I went into my other root touch-up product. And not having access to my hairdresser made using this a pretty easy decision. So there is that. And next up, I have a Neutrogena product that is my first time I have this as an empty from Neutrogena. It is the Rapid Tone Repair for dark spots. And I am a big fan of this same container for the retinol product from Neutrogena. So it was nice to try another product from the line, this one for tone repair, because I do have quite a bit of discoloration on my face, and if I still have the picture, I will put it on screen. It's just a good product for me to use, especially as summer comes around. Darker areas on my face can really come through, and this just helps me keep them at bay a little bit better than if I didn't use anything. And tone repair products, both from Neutrogena and Paula's Choice, have been really nice. I used to have a great big brown circle here, and I have hair here right now, and I don't have that big brown circle anymore when I'm not wearing makeup. And it's when I was 35, a friend of mine said, you know, you can use products to make those go away. And that's when I discovered dark spot remover kind of products. And I'm a big fan of Neutrogena because they go on sale a lot and they are very affordable as a retinol product, and I'm really happy with it. I've used the oil, I've used the retinol 1%, and I've also used now the dark spot remover, or I shouldn't say that, Rapid Tonal Repair Dark Spot Corrector, and will continue to do so. I like the product. I like pretty much the whole Neutrogena line. We just have a couple more skincare products and then a few hair care products. This is a product that I had in my skincare drawer and actually cupboard, but that I didn't realize I only had a little bit left. And so I thought this month, well, why don't I just finish this? And it is and I did start using it well before this guy. So I know it's not this one that was breaking me out. The Invigorating Night Transformation Gel, and I thought it was just fine. I liked it when I used it before, and I liked finishing it. I'm glad I did, because skincare doesn't last forever. And yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I have a lot of other night serums, however, and I probably would not repurchase. It came as part of a set from Ole Henriksen, and I'm happy I tried it, but it's not a priority for me to repurchase. Yeah, that's all I will say about that. Now, one that I was sad to see go is the Argan Wear Argan Oil from Physicians Formula. I really enjoyed using an oil as part of my daily regimen for my face. I have a very dry outer perimeter of my face, and this has been really, really nice to use. So much so that I have purchased another face oil to replace this empty container because I realized just how beneficial it was for me. And I look forward to continuing on with having some oil either morning or night as part of my regimen. Right now it is the Neutrogena retinol oil that I use in the morning or evening. But yeah, it's going to be oil of some sort at some point, at least a number of times a week, if not daily. So yes, I would recommend this one for sure. And one product that took me forever to finish, if you are aware, I did an Algenist brand new focus, I think it was brand new focus number 9, and this was in it. I have only now finished it. It's crazy. It does not take very much at all of this. I like the smell, I like the feel of it, and here's the thing though. I don't think that cleansers need to be high-end. I have an $8 cleanser from Sephora that I will probably move on to. Right now I've moved on to an Origins one that I quite like as well. And once I finish that deluxe sample, it's about this big, I will probably go to my Sephora green tea cleanser that I bought. I think I bought 4 tubes of it because they were $8 Canadian a piece, which was such a steal. Do I like this? Yes, but I'm not ready to pay $30+ for a cleanser. It's just too much money. You get it to do what it needs to do and you wash it off. I would much rather pay or spend my money on skincare that stays on my face as opposed to something that I use and then just wash right off. Like I said, it's a pleasant experience. It's just not where I want my money to go. So, nice, works well, good experience, but too expensive. 2 more products to go, and if my angle here on camera is a bit different, my battery died and then my memory card was full. So I am 2 for 2 in this video. So I'm back and let's finish the last 2 products. Living Proof dry shampoo, and this is PhD Perfect Hair Day. That is the line, and it took me forever to finish this. And the funny thing is, it was sitting there and sitting there. I had 1 more use left. This could have been in my Empties months ago. I know. Anyway, I think it's fine. The smell does not enthuse me in any way, shape, or form, really. But it works fine, and I think that what kept me from using it was it's a pretty expensive product, and I wanted to keep it for days where I needed to feel bougie for some reason. And the funny thing is, the last use I made of it was not a bougie day. It was just it's on its last legs, let me just use it, and well, I finished it. So would not repurchase unless it's 50% off because I just think it's too expensive. So those are my thoughts. And on the other end of the spectrum, I finished a hairspray that is super cheap. But this thing lasted me, I'm not kidding, years. Okay, I'm not super hair focused for sure, but years. And so this was really the hairspray container that would never die. And I didn't really care for the smell. And I thought, when is this super hold hairspray going to be over and done with? So it's called Extra Hold, agreed. Humidity resistant, agreed. Superior hold with touchable feel, don't really agree on that. It kind of makes your hair a little crunchy. And I'm not an over user of hairspray, obviously, if this lasted me years. Would I repurchase? Probably not, because I'm not a fan of the smell. That's pretty much all I have to say on this one. And if you're curious what I'm using now, I have moved on to a bougie product now, and it is the Redken Forceful 23 hairspray, super strength hairspray. And I agree with the super strength on this one. And what are they size-wise? This one is 311 grams, and this one is 278 grams, which means that this one is going to last me a long time as well, and it is full. So I have quite a long time with this one as well. So a total again of 15 products. We made it. If you made it this far in the video, you deserve a medal. Let me know if there are any products in here that you like, dislike, have questions about. Leave me a comment. I will be happy to read all of them and respond. And with that, I will say thank you for joining me for another Empties. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.